What is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
You could get killed chasing after your damn fortune and glory!
Maybe. But not today.
Hello, welcome back everybody to another episode of Exploring Cinema. It's Alex here and
Jared, hello.
And yeah, Jared. And we're gonna be talking about some more movies. Doing the same thing kind of as always. Talk about the movie and start with my bad people. I got it backwards. First, we do the trailers, talk about our little trailers and everything, and then talk about our movie. Talk about the movie we watched. So this week, this week. Yeah.
It was this week we watched this.
It's Sunday right now when we're recording this.
We watched this on Friday.
We did watch this on Friday.
Yeah.
On Friday, we decided, kind of spur of the moment, we were going to go 9 o'clock at night to go see The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, we did.
We did go see this.
That was what we saw.
Showed up at the theater. We bought our tickets there, as opposed to the little online that we normally do. That didn't make sense.
That's the first time I've ever done that, actually.
I've done it before. The last time I bought tickets in person as opposed to over the internet on my phone was when Avatar, Water and Air or whatever came out. And we were supposed to go, the second Avatar movie, we were supposed to go see something else that was out at the time. And with my sister, her boyfriend, and my mom, and me. And we were all supposed to go see this movie. And I thought my mom had ordered tickets to the other movie. I can't remember what it was for the life of me. I thought she had ordered tickets, like bought tickets, but she didn't. And so when we get to the theater, 30 minutes before the showing, like people back in ye old times did, she's like, okay, we gotta go buy tickets. And I was like, uh-oh. And when I walk up to the kiosk, and I click on the movie and the showing that my mom wanted to go to. It was completely full except for like one seat, and the one seat was one of the wheelchair seats, so it wasn't even a seat. It was like a spot you could pull your wheelchair up to, and you couldn't even sit there. They just couldn't sit there. Like there was no seats. There was no seats in the theater because she just didn't buy the tickets. And so she was like, "Well, what are the showings?" Oh my God, it was the Puss in Boots movie. I just thought about it. It was Puss in Boots. It was the new Puss in Boots movie.
The Last Wish.
The Last Wish. Yeah, we were supposed to go see that. And we look, and there's no more showings of that day. That was it. And so we're looking at other movies. And then the only other movie that was even remotely interesting to anybody was Avatar. And the next showing was in 2 hours. And we sat at the theater for 2 hours after buying those tickets and waited for that movie. And then we sat through that 3-hour movie, and overall we spent 5 hours at that theater. And that is the last time that I have ever bought tickets in person. Absolutely wild moment.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, the only time it's ever been that long is when we do our double features.
Yeah, I know.
It's the only time I've ever done that.
But like, we didn't even do a double feature.
I know.
We did a double weight. A double weight, yeah.
We did do a double weight. That's really funny, a double weight.
A double weight.
I did a double weight.
Because we got food, and then we ate our food, and then by the time the movie came around again, we got more shit to eat because we were already hungry.
hungry again.
Yeah, because it was around lunchtime, and then it was dinner time.
It was 2 hours later or whatever.
It was 2 hours later. It was like 3 to 5 or something like that. Because the showing's at 5 o'clock. And like when we got the tickets for Avatar 2, which also kills me a little bit, when I went and I clicked on the thing to like show like the theater seats, like pick our seats, the theater was already like almost fully full too.
Jeez.
Because everyone had bought online tickets. And so I'm sitting there trying to find like seats for all 5 of us, or all four of us. His boyfriend.
Oh yeah, true.
Her boyfriend at the time. And I'm trying to like find seats, and there wasn't any spots for 4 people, so they had to sit separate from us anyways. And we were stuck on one of like the end rows really close to the screen, and so everything was really like blown a little out of proportion. And they were even closer because we were like in like row C, like 3 rows back, and they were in row A. They were right there, like, oh. Like,
it's a great descriptor.
It's like being like injected in their brains, you know? Sorry, I know that was really loud, but I know that's how they felt though. She right by the speakers and right in front of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, like we don't even do that when we don't even buy tickets at the theater when we do the double features. Like
No,
we
well,
just
you have to buy them kind of.
we pre-plan them
Pre-plan
way
them out
ahead
a
of
little
time.
bit so that way you can see the movies you want to watch. Because we've done it like 3 times now probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I love doing it, but basically what we do now is
We check the end times of the first showing,
when
and
the
then,
first movie ends.
and then try to find a showing within an acceptable amount of time for whatever other movie you want to
the
see.
next movie you want to see, and you can do both. You can switch it around and see how the times work out.
We always end up waiting long enough that I get annoyed, but short enough that like it's fine. Like it's always like 40 minutes for some reason.
Yeah, or 30.
Or 30,
Mm-hmm.
and like it gets to the point where it's like 30 minutes later, and I'm like, I'm tired of sitting here. And like
Yeah.
the theater we go to is really comfy like seats. Like they have a lot of like weird extra seating
Yeah.
in the waiting areas, like a lot of seating, and like they're all like really plush couches, and it almost gives like the ambiance that like they want you to like hang out at the theater, like like hang out, like do double features and stuff, but nothing else about the experience there ever promotes that at all.
Mm-mm.
No, it's like doesn't promote any of that, but
No.
so there's like a ton of seats and no one ever sits in them. The only time like people actually sit in like the million couches that they have and like little cozy like little areas, because like they like do like little quadrants where there's a bunch of chairs kind of together, so you can like sit with your friends, like comfy plush chairs, and they got pillows and stuff, and little coffee tables, and like they have all that. And the only time I ever see people like sitting there is when it's like Saturday and there's like 50 bajillion people because a Disney movie came out. Like that's the only reason that people ever sit there, and they just sit there to wait.
Yeah.
Like, but like they have like full like tables and stuff. Like it's not like Regal when you walk into like a Regal and there's like you just stand around.
Yeah.
You just stand and wait. Because they got rid of like the gaming section, which fucking still makes me mad.
Yeah.
But like, I just what the heck? It's just something that like really irritates me about the theater that we go to, because they try to act really like, oh, like this is a space, like we're trying to be like inviting, like come with your friends, and then they're like, we're gonna charge you $25 for a ticket, and then the cheapest item on our menu is a $9 hot dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she comes on a shit bun.
Yeah.
I would know that because outrageous.
$35 for like food that you can get and make yourself 10 times as amount for like nothing. Like it's I
bad.
always choose to do it because I know
That's where they make their money.
The little movie lover in me, the little guy who likes to go to the movie theaters, know that that's where they actually make all of their money from. It's not the tickets, it's just the food.
But goddamn,
But holy crap.
it's really bad there. Like
If
the
you
price
need
is terrible.
donations, just
Say something.
say something. I will donate to you. Please
Like-
keep your food prices low.
My favorite thing is that they have a ton of merch.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is the merch. Like there is like so much merch, like T-shirts and stuff, like labeled with like it's a local theater, labeled with like the theater's name and like stuff, and I'm just like, all that is so dusty.
Yeah.
Because the merch is like, it's like classic like YouTuber merch, but from like a movie theater. So it's like a $60 hoodie
well,
that's like a
besides that, too,
Gildan hoodie.
it's like on like, so if you're like getting in line,
It's not even near.
it's a whole other like it's not near where you're entering the line. It's near like after you've already left the line.
When you're
you
entering
see
the
all
theater.
of the stuff.
Like, because you go down like a long hallway with a lot of the like
Yeah.
smaller size theaters. It's there. It's down the long hallway.
Yeah.
So like you're not seeing the merch until you're like going to your seat, and so you're not turning back around 10 minutes before the showing and be like, I'm gonna buy this t-shirt.
I want this t-shirt.
I want this t-shirt.
Yeah.
I want this t-shirt.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I survived.
I survived the theater.
I survived The Conjuring.
Yeah, literally. Speaking of The Conjuring.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now that we've kind of ranted a little teeny tiny bit for about 10 minutes here, I always love checking and seeing how long we talk about stuff.
That
because,
is completely
like,
unprevalent. to anything else.
Because
Yeah.
we get to like an hour and I'm like, we only talked about the actual movie for about 20 minutes of this, and yet you're gonna title it, oh, The Toxic Avenger, and I'm like, we talked about why
Everything else
movie theaters don't understand their audience.
for like 10 times as long. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But like, about,
I try to do a healthy 30-30 on both.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, continue.
So we sat down in the theater after we got our food. Oh, but the food there, like most theaters, like they upcharge you. This place is like crazy. Like when we go with Jared's whole family, okay, and we all get like a small popcorn or a small soda, it's like if his dad didn't have a discount, it would be like $150.
Yeah, it would be.
It's like ridiculous. It's like actually kind of redonkulous. And anyways, but we go and we sit down, watch the movie, and as you know, we always talk about. They played some trailers, so we're gonna talk about the trailers for the movie, because we always talk about the trailers. And I think
you're a really good like stadium announcer.
I want to.
Talking about the trailer. Trailer.
I want to announce like the motocross like events they have at like the fair, where like they're like flipping the bike stuff, and I'm like, oh, and there he goes, and he's and he's down. Oh, and he's not getting up. Oh, he's not getting back up. I'm sorry.
That's a little darker, but okay.
Look, I went to one of those as a kid. I remember my one memory of going to the fair, like the big like local fair that like where I grew up or whatever. The one memory I have of going there as a kid, we went to one of those like motocross things where they like spin the bikes in the air and stuff like that, like the trick riding, you know, like the evil Knievel shit, you know. We go there. And you know what I remember out of the whole thing? My only like surviving memory of the whole account. Like I know like we sat down. I know what we watched. Like I know what happened. But my actual memory from the thing is how we sat there for so long that I had to pee so bad that I couldn't make it to the porta potty, and so they held up. I swear to God, like they had me like stand over like in the field where the cars were.
Okay, before you say something, is this a story you want on the internet forever?
It's really funny.
Okay, continue.
It's really funny.
I'm fine with it.
Because the only thing I remember is I had to pee so bad, and the only thing we had gotten as like a little like, you know, like memory thing was one of those like racing flags that they wave, you know, like the checker flag. And they held a checkered flag around me as I went pee in the like the side of the parking area, the side of the field. And that image of like waving a checkered flag while I'm taking a whiz, absolutely iconic memory.
Alex finishes the finish line.
I had to pee so bad. Yeah, that's funny. That's the only thing I remember about that. Like I know what event it was, but I don't remember any of the details about that. Just the fact that happened, and I just think that's really funny. Yeah, that's the only memory of going to the fair I have as a child.
That's really funny.
Yeah. But yeah, we're supposed to talk about the trailers.
Yeah, you ready to do that now?
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the little detour. That was a little wild.
Nope,
okay,
you're fine.
So our first trailer that's popped up, which I think we talked about this in the last one. So we're gonna just very briefly just mention that we watched it again. But like the Conjuring trailer, the Last Rites trailer played again, and we're gonna go see it again. Same
At
kind of
some
feelings.
point.
Some point we'll go see it. I think it's out now.
It is out now. Yes.
Yeah, so we should probably go see it. Maybe we'll actually do one of these episodes about it because we talk about it so freaking much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our feelings about that. Jared, do you have anything to add?
All I will say is I have not had much spoiled for me, but the reviews for this movie are exactly the reviews for this movie that I would have expected.
Yeah.
As they enter into phase 2 of the Controverse. Which is the thing that's happening.
I rolled my eyes.
Yes. Thank you for explaining your visual gags.
You know what's funny? I didn't even roll my eyes. I just said that out loud.
Yeah, I know. You didn't have to tell them that.
That was like 4D experience.
You didn't have to tell them that. You could have just lied to them. They wouldn't know.
I'm currently at the beach.
Yep, she is at the beach. That's real. That's not a lie at all.
I fucking wish,
If this was the Controverse, you could just
do whatever the fuck I want.
Get a demon or whatever to possess you, and then
I could just like
the beach.
Take the nun and then like chain myself like one of those little like backpacks on kids.
Where's this going?
I could be like you know, from the Conjuring universe, like the nun, like the evil nun lady, and I'll just like, you know, like those like backpacks like kids have.
That wasn't the part that I was confused about.
I know, I'm explaining. I'm getting there. You know, like when kids have like the little leash backpacks, where it's like the bear backpack, and it has like a leash attached to it. I'm gonna put one of those on the nun. I'm gonna hold the leash, and she's gonna drag me through the sky until we get to the beach, and then we're gonna sip on little margs together.
Okay, you can do that. You know what? Hell yes. You go. You have your little journey with the nun.
She would say heaven, yes.
Yes, true. No, I don't know if that none would say heaven yes.
She would say that and then break your back.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the second
Oh,
trailer they
bye.
played was the Demon Slayer movie.
Yeah.
I don't really watch this. I don't really watch a lot of anime.
I have no idea.
I used to in my youth.
You did.
I did. I watched an extensive amount, but I never watched Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
No.
I frankly don't have the energy,
Yeah.
at least at this moment in my life, to watch, like, I don't know about Demon Slayer specifically, but like 900 episodes of a
Of One
TV show
Piece?
where like 60 episodes,
Yeah.
they're all doing exactly the same thing, and half the time they're like recopying the same
Plot arc.
animations over and over again and shit like that. I just don't
That's
have
fair.
the energy for that. I mean, more power to them. More power to the. I mean, hey,
And
I
there's,
didn't make One
over,
Piece.
There's over 1,000 episodes of One Piece.
Yes, I
Yeah.
don't have the energy for that.
It's crazy.
But you know what? Hey, they made it. People like it. So well, who am I to judge? Whatever.
The animation looked really cool for Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
I just say that. I always appreciate some good art, bro.
I think they're in Fortnite.
They are in Fortnite.
I'm pretty sure.
They are in Fortnite.
Yeah.
I think they were already
That's
in
the
Fortnite.
only thing I know about it.
I thought they
Is
were
that
already
they're
in Fortnite.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Fortnite coded, bro.
Thanks.
Your aura screams like the blue from Fortnite, like the blue Fortnite, like F on the V-Buck cards at Target.
That's a very specific aura.
I know. Okay, and then the next movie that played right after Demon Slayer is called Splitsville, and that is about a guy and a girl are in a car, and she's like, "Bye, bitch," and so he actually gets out of the car, and he just be dawdling through the cornfield, and comes across some people, and he trauma bonds to them, it seems like, and then they all start doing little orgy polyamorous stuff. And they all just be having fun with that and the little like quirks and stuff that come from that in the movie. And that's that movie. No, it's very scary looking at times. I'm like, but that's not the way they're going. They're going for like a
No.
comedic
But that's
little trio thing.
That's always the kind of thing that bothers me and kind of worries me is, I don't know who made it, so I can't say anything about that. But when you notice those kind of things, it always makes me worried that they're not really respecting the like
Genre defining characteristics of something.
or like people who are polyamorous or
Oh yeah,
that kind of thing. Like that always stresses me out that they're viewing it 100% as a
joke.
like a comedic
Yeah,
plot and not like an actual thing that happens.
Happens.
And people live their lives like that and are completely happy that way.
yeah.
That's always a kind of the thing to like look out for.
Whenever I see movies being advertised, like when I go to the theater, and it's about like a community of people, like a niche group, you know, or just like a minority. I often get really worried sometimes when I don't know anything about it, and it pops up. I'm like, oh no, I'm like, is this gonna be some like early 2000s fucking stuff? Because sometimes things are shot really weird, or like they'll have weird clips and stuff, and I'm just like I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But there's been a few times I'm just like,
It's always just hard to tell
it
if
is.
something is done with care or without care.
Or with mild malice sometimes of people
Yeah,
putting people as the butt of a joke when they shouldn't be.
especially where we live, where things are just not
Yeah, when
always
people
the most progressive.
always laugh at the wrong parts of the movies.
Yeah, which is weird.
My favorite person that we've ever been in the theater with who laughed at all the wrong parts of the movies, we decided randomly, it was for like a random date night or whatever, to go see that Anything But You movie.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
okay, so
yes. There's a
we it's not like that we don't really like, it's not that we don't like romance movies or whatever, but like we don't really go see a lot of rom-coms. Like we don't really pick them to put on. There's nothing wrong. Like I've seen quite a few. Like Jared's seen a couple. There's nothing wrong with them, but we just don't see them very often. And I think we saw that one and we were like, oh, let's go see it. Like it'd be funny, whatever.
It was Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day. Yeah. It's our Valentine's Day date. So we're like, well, for Valentine's Day, we should go see a romance movie, not a horror movie like we always do. Except then the next year we went and we saw Hard Eyes, and that was a lot better. But
It was a lot better.
it was a lot better. I fucking love that movie.
Continue.
I thanks slashing or whatever, the Thanksgiving slasher movie, and then Hard Eyes. I love the holiday themed ones.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that holiday themed amusement park. But anyways, do you know that exists? Anyways, that's so cool. Like I want to ride the gravy train, bro. I think that's inappropriate to say, but I don't know if it is or not. Is that inappropriate? Is that a weird thing to say? So, like, does that have some weird connotation?
No.
Because the way you looked at me when I said that made me think, oh, that's not appropriate. Like, oh, I just said some, like, sexual innuendo I didn't know about. Anyways.
No, you're fine. It's just reminding me of the other thing that we were talking about that you said without realizing it the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Last episode.
Last episode. Everyone will know what you're talking about. Sometimes I say inappropriate things without realizing what they mean. And then I have to get told what they mean. And then I get embarrassed.
Gravy train is mostly just like, the train's leaving the station, get on board, everybody's doing this thing.
Oh.
This is where that's all that means.
Can I say something in this moment? When I think of the word gravy train, I think of the little gravy boat that you have at Thanksgiving that you pass around, like you're passing around, and I'm like, oh, that's a gravy train.
I guess it could be. Everybody's a different caboose. They're all holding the gravy, so I guess it's a gravy train.
I love gravy.
Okay, can you move on with the story?
I'm so sorry. I was actually going somewhere.
I know you were.
Anyways, we saw Anything But You, and we went to the Alamo Theater, like the dinner theater or whatever. So we did like the nice little, like little date or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't say whatever. We had a good time. Like that's not normal, whatever, but you know what I mean. And anyways, we're the only people. We show up almost really late because traffic is terrible on the road we were on. And we show up like right as the movie's about to start, so we missed all the trailers and everything. And we sit down, and then this guy comes in. We're the only people in this theater, and this guy, he comes in and he sits like 4 or 5 rows in front of us.
Yeah, but
it's
for
like
context,
that split little.
Yeah, so there's like
tables.
2 seats below us. If you've never been there, there's like a table in front of you. It's a chair, a table, a step down, chair, table, step down.
Yeah.
And he's probably, and then there's a walkway, and then there's another row. He's the first row past the walkway, and so basically we can look down at him. We
could read his phone.
Yeah.
This will come into context later on.
Yes, it's really important.
You can read things that are on his phone. And he comes and he sits down the whole time. Every time, like, a weird sexual comment happened, or, like, there's this beginning part of the movie where her, like, boobs jiggle in her shirt, and, like, we all know what audience that is meant for. And the audience that it was meant for also was well aware, because he was cracking up. Like, he was dying this whole movie like a knee slapper. Like, he's slapping his knees, cracking up. Like, oh my God, he was just like hee haw hawing, like at every like.
He was, but it was at everything.
It was at everything, like any
reference at all to anything. It doesn't matter what it was. If Sidney Sweeney was on screen, he was laughing and giggling, and it was like
I know he bought that soap, bro.
Oh my God!
Oh, I know he bought that
15 soap bars, bro.
He bought the soap bar and put the hole in it.
Oh fuck!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's mild niche reference. I know he buys American Eagle jeans now, though. Oh yeah. He's like,
I don't
good
know
jeans.
Whose idea was to let you talk into a microphone. Oh my God.
This is why no one's ever asked me to do this, Jared. This is why you don't have me on your other podcast where they're supposed to be informative and shit, because I don't inform you on anything except what not to talk about.
We've been talking about nothing for 26 minutes.
It's okay, because maybe people will like it.
I love it. It's not that I don't love it. It's so funny because you just...
I think I need to get tested.
You just start talking. I can just... if I could give you the day off and the microphone, you could just talk for like 7 hours and have 9 podcasts.
I know. I know it might not seem like it sometimes, but for anyone who's listening, I have extreme performance anxiety. I have extreme performance anxiety, and we tried to do this podcast a while ago, but every time we went to sit down and do it, I would like cry and have a little meltdown because I was so scared, because I was like, everyone will think I'm fucking stupid as fuck, and I'm dumb and I can't do this, and so we had a hard time getting this podcast off the ground because I couldn't get over this like barrier in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess I kind of did a little bit.
You did, because honestly, this is a lot of fun. You're doing very good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I need to get tested
For ADHD?
for ADHD.
Yes, you do.
Because
Yeah.
I'm really trying to get down to it, but like I know it's taking me about 10 minutes. But anyways, this guy, the only guy who sat in the theater with us at the end of the movie, after laughing at all the wrong moments and everything, and only laughing when the titties were on screen, bro. At the very end of the movie, he rates it. He pulls up Letterboxd. He rates it 5 stars. He's like, "This is the best movie ever." He writes a paragraph about
He
how
writes
amazing.
like 4 paragraphs. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's like
He's
okay,
typing for like
okay,
10 minutes.
So for those of you who have Letterboxd and you use it, you know when you're done watching an incredible movie and you already know your rating. You're rating it 5 stars. So you literally you hit, you go to the movie, you hit review, you hit like 5 stars, and you start writing a little comment. This man knew that he was rating this movie 5 stars before he even touched it. Like this was like
Yeah.
an immediate 5 stars without a doubt in his
yeah.
mind. And then he wrote a long paragraph about it, like a long
While giggling.
like 14 lines long at least, and then stood up and walked out
Yep.
by himself. It was just that guy.
He had a great time.
Oh, he
had a great
had a
time.
much better time than we did. Much better time.
Yeah, can I be honest right now? I did not like that movie very
No.
much.
All right,
It was
we
kind of
need,
mid as
to,
fuck.
we need to move into the other
Okay,
3 things we have to talk about before we talk about Toxic Avenger.
we still have the long walk to talk about.
Yes,
That
because-
looks really good. I like the little thing they did with the influencers where they made them walk at the same speed.
Yeah.
And
uh-huh.
as a professional treadmill walker, I would respectfully kill myself. I would just let myself get shot. And I'm very excited to see this movie.
I am so excited to see this movie, and everybody who's seen the movie says it's really good.
So we used to have like a little setup, kind of similar to what they did with all the influencers or whatever, where we would watch Big Brother on a TV, literally like we were at Planet Fitness, but we had it in our basement, on a TV while on the treadmill and the elliptical, and we did this for like a long time. But we're renovating right now, so we don't have that setup anymore, which sucks because this would be the best movie to do that to. Oh my god, like I had so many
Hopefully,
ideas.
by the time the movie comes out,
We'll have
physically or
it back.
digitally, we'll have that area back.
Yeah, I hope so. Because that would be so fun. That would be so fucking fun to do that.
It would be fun.
My like average like treadmill walk, I do like the full like incline, like I bump that shit all the way up to like 12, and then I do like, I think it's like 5 miles an hour,
Yeah.
something like that. So it's like a jog
Straight uphill.
straight uphill, and like oof, it burns, but like, it's all for the gains, bro.
For real.
But
No, the movie looks really good.
yeah, like the moment when he's like dragging his foot because it's broken, he still has to keep up, dude.
That's gonna be a very interesting episode whenever we get there, because that's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about it whenever it comes out because we're obviously gonna go watch it. We talk about every movie we see in the theater,
Pretty much.
pretty much. Since we started doing this,
Yeah.
Spinal Tap 2.
All right, you've never seen the first one, have you?
No, I have no idea what this was. I couldn't tell what it was, and then it was a movie.
So the first Spinal Tap is kind of like a mockumentary music,
Okay.
like a music. Have you seen like a music movie where it's like let's say the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it's like a concert, and then it's like them, and do you have any clue what I'm talking about, like a behind the scenes stuff?
Like the Taylor Swift movie that we didn't go see. The
Not
ego
really,
the ego
but
tour. No, what is it
the
called?
Ego Tour?
The Eras tour.
I mean, it might as well have been called the Ego Tour, but
I don't really like Taylor Swift very much. She's kind of mid.
I can't put that online. There's gonna be 10 billion people.
Oh fuck! I forgot you can't talk about that. You're gonna get the
No.
Swifty train,
The Swifty train.
the gravy train.
Swifty gravy train.
The gravy train of people very angrily typing hate comments at me because I said respectfully that, yeah.
I don't know. She used to be.
I used to really actually listen to Taylor Swift a lot,
Yeah.
but not so much anymore. I just kind of,
Yeah.
you fade away from stuff.
It's mostly like.
Now I prefer to listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers on repeat, constantly, only, and I just sit in my room and I listen to them on my
your DS.
VHS tape recording of.
Okay, but we can't go into this again.
You can't talk about me and my DS.
Yeah, I know. I was about to bring up your DS, but no. It's like a mockumentary.
Okay,
Basically,
okay.
is all it is, and about a fictional band called Spinal Tap.
And then
And
this
this
one's
is
about
like-
them being old.
Being old and again. I don't know if it's all the same actors. To be honest with you, I don't know.
What if they're dead?
Maybe, I don't know. You're just throwing out a hypothetical, but that I have no answers for.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. No, I think I liked it a lot though.
You did?
Like the first Final Tap.
will
So
we
this,
see this?
well, you have to watch the first one.
Well,
You need to watch Final Tap first before you watch Final Tap 2.
what if I watch them in opposite order? Opposite order?
Opposital.
Opposite?
You can watch it in opposital.
Anti-chronological.
Anti-chronological order.
That's just a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie.
No, but that's like half the first movie cut into the first movie,
As-
then half the second movie cut
You
backwards.
you do the entire second movie, but everything is a flashback to the
Everything's a
first movie.
flashback to the first
Every
movie, yeah.
reference is just a flashback.
They do a reference, and then it's 15 minutes of the first movie, and then they do another reference, and it's 15 minutes of the first movie again. All right, let's talk about The Jester 2.
Can I see something?
Yeah.
Every time I see a clown, I just roll my eyes and move along.
Whenever it's time, okay, it's so funny because, like, it's like they picked a Spirit Halloween mask and go, this is the scary mask, when every iconic mask from any movie is always just of, like, a normal person. Michael Myers, William Shatner.
Jason is just a hockey mask.
A welder's mask is 10 times scarier than whatever weird clown mask that guy's face is.
They started selling like the furry like wolf heads. Did you see that at Spirit Halloween? No, I did. Different side of TikTok. Okay. Anyways,
I mean, I kind of, yeah.
so they started selling like full like furry masks, like like the big like heads. I think it's a wolf or a cat or something.
Yeah.
But they sell just like a cheap one, I guess for like people who want to dress up, for Halloween and don't have like a full fursuit or whatever. But I want a scary movie where someone just wears just the head of a fursuit and like it has like the scar across the eye. And the eyes all grayed out or whatever, whited out because they're like blind in that eye. And I want to see a horror movie where there's a slasher and they just go around, but it's just that and it's just the paws.
Yeah.
In the tail, not the full suit, and it's just the big wolf, like furry wolf paw. Just going with a knife.
No, that would be scary.
I think that would be scary. It'd be
Honestly,
scarier
I
than
have
the
nothing else to
fucking
say about the Jester
the next
2.
generical clown movie. It'd be a lot scarier. It'd be really interesting too. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
time to talk about the movie.
it's time to talk about Toxic Avenger. I have never seen the first one.
I have.
It came out in 1984.
4, yes, correct.
I knew that.
Didn't know that.
I knew that.
Did?
You didn't have to tell me that. I knew it.
Okay.
Anyways, came out in 1984, and then they decided to make another one.
Yeah. It's kind of more of a reboot than a remake, almost.
Yeah, because it's different than the first one, but it's
Yeah.
still like an origin story.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a continuation. It's not a second movie, and it's not a true remake either.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more of like a reboot, just a revitalization of it. And I didn't even know about the first one until like 10 minutes before.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's made by Trauma. But,
Repeat that one more time for me.
Okay. I'm going to repeat that for the audience and for Alex. It's made by Troma. Troma. It's the people who did a bunch of other like B-rated
Ooh, okay,
science
okay.
fiction horror movies.
Horror movies.
You know the drive-in we go to?
Yes.
They have a Traumathon. And it's just movies like that.
Oh, that's really cool.
Uh-huh.
They're also doing a Scooby-Doo-a-thon, which looked really cool.
Yeah.
That's
they're
off
doing a
topic, though.
Scooby-Doo-thon. Yeah.
Maybe.
That might be a podcast we do, though. I'm not going to talk about it, but it might be related to Scooby-Doo. All right, continue, move on.
Okay, I
That's a
love
little hint.
Scoober
That's a little
Doober.
hint.
That's a little hint.
Yeah. Little tease.
Don't get me all excited now.
I know. I mean, we can do it if you want to do it.
Yeah, I think we should. I think that'd be fun. To
I
do
think
a
that would actually be really fun.
We should do like a watching like a watch thing, or we watch the first like live action Scooby Doo movie, and we just get completely fucking trash, and then we try to record a podcast completely trash talking about the first Scooby Doo movie.
Or like, back to the Toxic Avenger.
Okay, I didn't know anything about this movie. So when I sat down in the theater, all I knew was that he's got him up.
He does have a mop.
He's got him up.
He does have a mop.
He's
Correct.
got him up. This movie was so fucking funny
It was.
the whole time.
Yeah.
And And honestly, I was literally dying the whole time. There's this one part in this movie, really quick before we get into the whole movie, there's this one part in this movie where he goes online to check his bank account, and it's like negative $1,000, and it says you are destitute, and it's TOOT, like a fart. And like that was so goofy off to me. It was so goofy.
And it was a picture of a
yeah.
It was like a trombone or something.
Yes. That had me absolutely
so
like
funny.
gobsmacked. Like I was so cracked up. Like I was laughing so fucking hard.
That was really funny.
And then the way, okay. Well, one, I'll let you talk a little bit.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Go.
But no, like the way it cracked me up. But like from the very beginning of this movie is funny as fuck. Like, and it's like the perfect mix of like kind of like a little bit slap humor with also extremely dry humor.
Yeah.
And it like had me dying. It had me dying.
The first movie,
Yeah.
it takes itself not incredibly. It's not like overly serious,
But it takes itself a
but it
little more
is
serious.
not joking the way that this movie is. The whole movie is not telling jokes the way this movie is at all.
This movie is a lot of physical jokes too.
Yeah.
Like it's not all like they're not like telling jokes or whatever. Like it's all visual jokes, and I think it's visual gags, and I think that's just it works really well.
Yeah.
It's really funny, and like there's a lot of jokes with like there's like things like like the bank account where like stuff is like written down, like the TV that plays at the beginning where it's playing the band or whatever, and like all the little like jokes that come from that with the reporters and stuff. It's stuff like that where everything like hidden, like like everything on the screen, like you're paying attention to the action, but everything kind of in the background is all funny
It's
shit.
all jokes.
It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And my other favorite joke, so he gets like diagnosed with like a brain something.
Yeah.
With a something.
Yeah, because every time they freaking try to mention it, there's construction noise. Yeah. Like a what is
A jackhammer. It's a jackhammer. Every time the guy tells him any important details, it's just a jackhammer. And the guy's like, "You got that?" And he's like, And then the guy says something else, and he goes, "Ah!" And there's more jackhammer. It had me cracking up so bad. And then they do never tell you.
Yeah, it's
And
kind
then-
of like unimportant.
It's
what
because
it
it's
is.
unimportant. Yeah. And then at the very end of the movie, it gets brought up because his kid asks, he's like, "Do you still have that thing?" And he goes, "Oh, the bah, bah, bah." When they're in when they're in the hospital
In the
bed.
hospital bed
He's
again.
like, "Oh yeah, you're cured of." And
Yeah.
there's more jackhammers, even though they're like clearly on like the third story. Like they're not
Yeah.
they're not ground level anymore. That had me dying.
So basically, what happens is the Toxic Avenger himself.
The titular.
Yes.
Avenger.
The titular Avenger. The toxic one.
It's like
Not Thor. The toxic one.
it's like if Star-Lord was more egotistical, because like toxic. I was just trying to think of an Avenger, but I don't even think that the guy is an Avenger.
He's the Guardian of the Galaxy.
I was trying to make
He
like a
leads the
joke.
Guardian of the Galaxy. Thor. There you go.
Yeah,
He's
Thor.
an
I was
Avenger.
trying to think of like an Avenger, and I was like, ooh, like toxic, like mean girl energy. It's like if Thor joined. Never mind. Like I'm trying to make a joke here, but then like the more I try to make a joke about an Avenger being like a toxic person, I'm just like, this doesn't really fit because he's actually like a super good guy. Like the toxic Avenger character in the movie is just like a good guy. And I was like, and now I feel bad. I'm like, that's not even a fair comparison to make. Like I'm trying to make some like, oh, like if Thor was part of like the plastics or whatever, and like Mean Girls, and I'm like, but no, like he's just green. Like he's
just
not
green.
actually like like
He's just weird looking.
he's just weird looking. He's just got a funky surveillance eyeball.
He does.
I love
like
the
his
surveillance eyeball.
Yeah, there's one part in the movie where he takes his eyeball out of its head and like peeks it around a corner, and they can
Yes.
look at people through the corner.
And it's literally like red like a camera.
Yeah.
It looks like a camera lens.
So let me take a step back.
sorry.
So he he's a single dad, and his son plays a really important part of the movie. And he gets diagnosed with this cancer, but his insurance won't pay for it, and he tries to steal money from his owner, from his not his owner,
company he works
the company he works for.
After going directly to the CEO and
Yeah.
asking for help and getting thrown out.
Yeah, and basically at that point is when he like accidentally falls into the lava or something, right?
So
What happens with the lava or like the tox?
Okay, so basically he goes to this banquet and he asked the CEO of the company,
Yeah.
like B something something. He asked the CEO of the company he works for. He's a janitor, and he's like, "Look, like I can't afford the insurance is terrible. Like I need help."
Yeah.
And the CEO has his assistant lady / wife. He's like, "Oh, she'll get it sorted out for you. Just follow her." And she leaves, and she ends up tricking him and tossing him out on the street.
Yeah.
And he gets really mad. And so his like go-to, he's like, "Well, fuck it, I'll just rob the company." And he goes to the company, he breaks in, he robs it. Meanwhile, while he's robbing it, this investigative journalist girl is there at the same time because she's trying to gather evidence on how it's actually the company causing everyone to have cancer.
Yeah.
Like the company itself that he's working for is diabolical and bad. And so she's trying to gather the evidence. So she's there at the same time he is. She's being chased by this killer punk band, like
Yeah.
punk rap band, and who are just like a band under they're under the guise of a band, but they're actually like hella bad, and they're chasing around like killing people and doing like the dirty work of the company. And the Toxic Avenger guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, he gets caught up in this like debacle between her and the band, and they end up tossing him into a pit of the toxic waste.
Yeah.
And while he's in the pit, they have this little like LSD inspired little montage of him like getting morphed into the thing, you know, the Avenger. Toxie, yeah. And that's how he ends up becoming Toxie.
Yeah.
And then he tries to go home, and his kid gets scared the fuck out. And he knocks him out, and he hits the car. He lands on a car, which is a mob boss's car. And then he rips this guy's arm off.
Oh, yeah. And
it's so gory.
so the most important thing to note about this movie, first off, this movie was never gonna be seen unless it was done this way.
It's not rated.
It's an unrated film. The other thing I realized, which is really good, so if it's still playing in your theater, go see it. For every $1 million of profit that the Toxic Avenger makes, they're part of that thing that they had done beforehand. $5 million or whatever. To like because that's what
well, they donated all their marketing stuff. That's why
$5 million of their marketing. I found out what the charity was.
What is it?
It's for a charity that helps with realized medical debt, because that's what turns the Toxic Avenger into
the Toxic
Avenger. And so for every $1 million of profit that the Toxic Avenger movie makes in theaters, there's another $1 million off in towards that like medical debt. It erases $1 million worth of medical debt.
Oh my god!
So the $50 we spent or whatever goes straight to
helping people's. I love when movies and when people do stuff like that.
I thought that was really cool because this movie was never meant to be seen in theaters. Like we really never would have seen this movie in theaters in any other circumstance, unless it's all thanks to Terrifier. It's the only reason we saw this movie is because Terrifier showed that a movie like that can make money unrated.
Yeah.
But that's just this whole side thing.
The first amount of money they actually donated, they had a ton of money for marketing.
Yes.
And they decided that instead of spending millions of dollars on marketing, they took all $5 million of their budget and they just donated it.
Yeah.
They donated all of it instead of marketing the movie, which is why you probably haven't seen too much about it, because they didn't do a lot of marketing for it. We only saw it because we saw a trailer before a movie. That's the only time I had heard of it at all. And then Jared had told me that it's because they just donate all the money. They were like, well, instead of marketing it, we're just going to donate this to actually like help people with this issue, with needing their
money.
debt covered.
Yeah.
And like, as someone who has a lot of family members with a lot of like health issues and like some like serious like surgeries if they've needed and stuff, medical debt fucking adds up really fast.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really high statistic. It's like fucking 80% of Americans are $400 away from a major crisis, and that's often contributed to because of medical debt, because people just can't afford to go get help.
Yeah.
They can't afford these procedures because it's fucking outrageous and insurance doesn't cover anything. It's totally realistic plotline, which really is terrible.
Yeah. But this movie's gory as all hell.
They rip his arm off.
He
It like pops off.
full
Like,
rips his arm off. Full rips his arm off. It just goes pop, and his arm's off.
my favorite gag is they have this like at-home doctor because this kid's like a mob boss's son. His at-home doctor is reading a book upside down about how to reattach limbs,
Yeah.
and then his arm is on backwards.
And then he reattaches the arm backwards. Like upside down.
And the
it's
guy's
really
like,
funny.
the guy's like,
This is not how this works. His arm's like backwards
His
and
arm's literally,
all
like,
weird.
all crooked and
It's really
shit.
funny.
It's like a running gag too because every once in a while, whenever something is happening, they'll show it on the news, but they show it on the news in the room with the mob boss, and he's like doing like cross stitch or something. He's knitting.
Yeah,
he's literally knitting. The
knitting.
mob boss is knitting.
Yeah.
While his son is having his arm and like they're just like chilling, you know,
Yeah.
watching the news, and they watch all the stuff that happens with the Toxic Avenger on the news, and then they finally come back around to the mob boss at the end of the movie, basically doing his own final little duke it out with the big bad guy, which
Yeah.
is the CEO of the company,
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
He does a really good job in this movie, though.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does
You
it
know,
really well. What?
I don't know if it's real.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's modeled after the millionaire guy who like injects himself with his son's blood or whatever to become young.
Yes.
The guy that I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're
It
talking
looks
about.
like it looks like he's based on, like, the look of him looks like he's based on that guy.
Yeah.
Which explains because in the
'Cause he-
first time you see this guy,
He's shooting up gorilla blood.
he's shooting gorilla blood into his bloodstream.
Yeah. He's like hooked up to one of those
Like it's like an IV machine, kind of.
IV machines, and it's literally got bags of gorilla blood.
Yeah, it's so freaking weird.
It's crazy.
It's so weird.
It's crazy.
So weird. But
But so basically he gets dumped into the vat and rips the arm off after being scared by his son, and then he's like wandering around for a while. I had to go to a bathroom at a certain point. It's when he talks to like the homeless guy in the woods or whatever.
yeah, so basically it's just like he's just kind of a guy who whatever, and he kind of teaches Toxie like go back and find your son. Like he'll care about you. He knows
Yeah.
if he knows you were you, he'll care about you. Basically, is what he says.
Okay.
And then that's when they go back and find his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the way to find his son, around there, is when there's a hostage situation at the Miss Meat or something
Miss
like
Meat,
It's called Miss Meat, and it's a hostage situation because the bad guys are mad that it's not Mr. Meat, it's Miss Meat. And as you're getting introduced to the situation and everything, they just do a little panel flash of the door with all the specials and the offerings, and they're all porno jokes. They're all porno jokes.
Yeah,
It was pretty
Yeah.
funny. It was pretty funny. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but you just gotta look at it. It's really funny.
It is really funny. And then so for those of you who've seen this whole scene
Yeah.
is ripped from the
first movie.
because it is Mr. Meat in
In the first movie.
Yeah, and that's why it's really funny that they do
That
that.
they're so mad about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And basically, the Toxic Avenger. So there's another kind of through line to this point where the Toxic Avenger is seen as a bad guy for
Yes.
killing ripping
that
the guy's arm
Arm
off.
off.
And then when he's doing, so then there's a hostage situation. He comes in and kills all the hostage takers.
Yes, no, he just shows up and he's like, fuck. And he helps.
Yeah.
He takes his mop, which also fell into the vat with him, and he just you see him, the main bad guy. He takes the mop and he just slashes his fucking jaw off.
Yeah, it's
and you
insane.
see everything.
Yeah.
They just there's a good 5 seconds where it's just on the shot of the guy standing there with his jaw
Yeah.
slurping blood off his
Uh-huh.
flesh.
Yeah.
It's foul.
It is.
It's foul.
Yeah.
And the whole time he does that, and then he starts whooping up on the other couple of bad guys, and the whole time there's this kid with a little helmet on, giggling in the one booth, and it's really funny. And the whole time his mom is outside, the kid's mom is outside, oh my god, my son, little Timmy, my son, and the kid runs out all excited because he watched this guy Toxie beat the fuck up out of the hostage.
No, it's really funny.
It's really funny.
And
then
that whole scene is.
and then
well done.
everyone's like, "Whoa, he's awesome! He's awesome! He's awesome!" And they're all having a great time, and they're all excited for him and stuff. And then that's when he gets to go back and
Yeah.
and he meets up with his son because his son is calling the tip hotline to try to rat on him.
Uh-huh.
And then while his son is like on the phone with the tip hotline, he sees Toxie helping out with the hostage situation, and he hangs up the phone.
Yeah.
And then Toxie shows up with the investigative journalist girl, and his son's like, "Oh, like it's you. And then his son gets kidnapped right afterwards by the bad guys to bring Toxie to the bad guy mansion. And then the girl gets shot, and then they go back to the homeless guy who said he was a doctor, and the homeless guy's like, I never said I was a doctor. And Toxie finds out that if he bleeds, right? He bleeds onto her, and she survives.
Yes.
Because he's got mild healing powers.
Blood is like healing or whatever. Because that's why Toxie can get shot, and it won't matter, and things like that.
Yeah, because his blood like heals him like fucking Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then like him and her, like she wakes back up after dying, basically, and they go to the mansion to get his son back, and that's when they get caught themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they get chained up in this laboratory basement because Kevin Bacon wants to absorb Toxie's juices so that he can also become a toxic Avenger, and get all the power and become like all powerful and everything. And they have Toxie like chained up and stuff, and they have the investigative journalist girl chained up, and they do take a lot of his blood and everything, and Kevin Bacon ends up turning into this werewolf creature. His wife becomes this like vampire demon thing after slurping up a teeny bit of the juice that was synthesized. And then they're gonna kill the son. Like they're gonna kill the kid who's locked up in this like shed.
Yeah.
And then also Kevin Bacon also has like a little like scroungy looking like younger brother who like does all like the minion stuff. He's basically like a minion the whole movie, but he comes into context here especially. And then they're like, oh, we gotta escape. And like the Toxie guy, he can't get out of the chains. He's like, I can get out of the chains, I can't get out. And the girl's like, no, what do we do? And then he goes, I know what to do. And then he just pisses because his pee is acidic and it burns through everything. It's an acid. And he pees all over his chains. And then he holds in a little bit of pee because then he pees on her chains, and she's like freaked the fuck out. She's like, don't get that shit on me, don't piss on me. And then they escape like that. And they're like running, like, whoo, 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 because they gotta go save his son, right? And they get to the where they're saving his son, and the son's in the shed, and then he fucking, the shed gets blown up.
Yes.
And he's like, no, my son.
My son.
And then he's dueling with Kevin Bacon.
Find my son.
I can't find my son. It's like Nemo. It's like Marlon and Nemo all over again. He's dueling with Kevin Bacon, and they're fighting. And like, it's like, like the ultimate showdown. You always get a showdown, right? It's the showdown. And then you realize, pretty much like as the showdown's coming to an end, that the little minion, younger brother of Kevin Bacon, he pops up out of like a hole in the floor of the shed, saves the kid. Because
he brought the kid to the mansion not knowing that Kevin Bacon was going to kill the kid.
Yeah.
And so he saves the kid, and that's why the kid survives. And there's this long, kind of cool shot where they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
Toxie and the bad guy, the big billionaire guy.
CEO. Yeah.
And they're fighting on like a toxic
wasteland
type deal, like kind of like a nuclear bomb went off, and then like they started using it for toxic like research or something. But it's just like stuff on the ground and like toxic barrels and stuff like that. And that shot itself is really cool.
It looks awesome. Like it looks awesome.
Yeah, and there's a lot of kills in this movie. But the biggest thing about this movie is there is a lot of gore in this movie.
Super gory.
Like it is.
It's kind of nasty.
It is a little bit at times.
Yeah.
It's not like Terrifier bad because it's not as mean-spirited as Terrifier is.
It's supposed to be just like, whoa.
You're like, whoa, that's funny. It's meant to be kind of funny in a way in moments. It's not like Terrifier, where Terrifier is meant to be like
scary,
gross, disgusting.
It's like when you're watching SpongeBob, and then all of a sudden it's a super detailed, hyper realistic Squidward face.
Yes, it's that. That's a
kind
really good comparison actually for someone who's like never watched SpongeBob. That's like a really freaking accurate representation. It's like this really nasty moments in SpongeBob when you see the faces and stuff, but it's not. But compare that to
tactful.
Like yes, especially when it's even not being tactful is when it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was very well done.
I did too. And at the end of the movie, the kid does his little tap dancing performance.
Yes.
And Toxie gets to go see it, and everyone's like really happy. And then the girl she ends up being okay, doesn't she? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
she's
so.
okay.
But
Yeah.
besides that, the very, very end,
Yes.
when it's like a grilled cheese commercial,
Yeah,
like
so at
a
the end,
how-to grilled cheese video.
it was making me laugh because it was definitely giving like influencer core, because he's clearly trying to be like an influencer to make money, like on some type of YouTube platform in the universe, right? And this is the end credit scene, and so he's just like teaching people how to make the grilled cheese that he makes,
Mayonnaise.
and like it's just like it's giving Gen X dad, like.
It does.
It's Gen X dad. And
Yeah.
you know what's so funny is when we're sitting there in the theater and he says sometimes he puts mayonnaise on the inside, but he doesn't know if it really matters. My dad, like a couple years ago, was like, yeah, like I was making grilled cheese and I was like, well, put mayonnaise on the inside of the bread. Like it makes it taste better. Like it fries up better if you put mayonnaise on the outside of the bread when you're frying it in the pan. And I was like, okay, cool. Like bet, like okay. And then last year, like 6 months ago, so like earlier this year actually, I'm at home and I'm making a grilled cheese and I put mayonnaise on the bread. My dad's like, ew, you're fucking gross. Who the fuck does that? And I was like, you taught me to do that. And he like, that's the only person I've ever heard say that. And my dad's like, no, the fuck I didn't. Like I didn't teach you to do that. And he's looking at me like I'm crazy. And then he's like, well, do it to my sandwich. I want to see if it tastes good. And then he tries and he goes, oh, this is so good. I'm going to start doing this from now on. I was like, what happened? Like, did I just fall into a different universe? And like now I'm like reteaching my dad about mayonnaise on a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
But it does actually.
Parallel universe.
It's a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Like it does taste better though.
The grilled cheese universe.
It does, and even Jared, who doesn't like mayonnaise, can actually
I
attest that
do not like mayonnaise. I really despise
hate-
it.
You tried it, remember?
I didn't dislike it. Yeah, surprisingly, I
'Cause
wasn't.
it doesn't leave much of a flavor.
No, it doesn't. It definitely tastes different though.
It does. It's more savory.
Yeah,
It's somehow more savory.
which sometimes can be a little bit much if that's not something like it's a heavier grilled cheese.
Yes, it is. It's definitely
Yeah.
heavier. It's not as light as often. A little tight. A little not tight. A little bit of like a little bit of butter. You know.
Yeah.
Because it definitely soaks in the bread more and it crisps up the whole bread.
Yes,
It basically it's toasting.
It's heavier.
It.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so good. And a good tomato soup though. But it's so funny because my dad was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. Like you taught me this, and then here I am turning around and I'm like, bro. But yeah, that had me cracking up. And then also, I think a good point too is he burns the toast really early on, but then he doesn't burn the grilled cheese or anything. And you can
No.
tell it's because he's in a much better mood and everybody's happier
Yeah.
and all the crazy stuff's
It's out of the way.
is out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see the kid, the whole time he's making the grilled cheese, by the way, he's like teaching you how to like, and it's painstaking the way he's describing making this grilled cheese. You're like, oh my God. In the background, this kid is like
Doing a dance.
doing crazy dance
Only
dance
for like a
moves.
minute, and then he just sits there and just eats the grilled cheese.
And then he eats the grilled cheese once the grilled cheese gets made. But he like comes like in the back of the shot. He waves hi to the camera and talks. He's like, oh yeah, this is my son, Walter, or whatever his name is. And then he just, Wade, his name's like, this is my son, Wade, say hi, Wade. And then Wade says hi. And then Wade just starts dancing in the background. It cracked me up. It was really fucking funny. Like, it was really funny. Like, it had me dying. Yeah, I'm glad we waited for the end credits.
Yeah.
I'm glad we waited for the end credits. That was really funny.
I liked it a lot.
Me too.
I liked everything, the whole movie. I purposely am leaving things out that happened because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of things that happen in it, but almost all of it is just
Gags.
funny and gags,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. It's all about not knowing what's about to come.
Yeah, you don't want to get it. You don't want to get it super spoiled. Like, we did spoil quite a bit. Like, we did pretty much summarize
But
it this time.
there's a lot more.
There's a lot we
There is a
left
lot
out.
more that we kind of left out.
And there's a lot of things that feed into all the things that happen that we didn't talk about. We
Yes.
just said basically major plot points.
Exactly.
But you have to watch all the gags and stuff. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny. Like, it had me cracking up. The only thing this year that has had me laugh that much was the Naked Gun movie.
Yes.
That movie, these two movies, like if you're looking for like a funny, like a stay at home, watch some funny movies night, watch The Naked Gun, the one that came out this year with Liam Neeson, and then watch this movie because those two together, your tummy's gonna hurt. You're gonna be laughing so much, like
Yeah.
you're gonna throw up whatever popcorn you eat because you've been laughing so much. That might be a me problem.
That is your problem.
This is a me problem, but. You watch those two movies. Like if you're gonna watch any two movies like back to back, for like a
Yeah.
little family movie night, for adult children.
Yes.
Yes. Watch.
Don't bring young children to either one of those two movies.
All the jokes will fly right over their heads.
Yeah.
And then the ones that don't,
They're gonna ask a lot of questions
they're gonna
about.
ask a lot of questions about.
Yeah.
Definitely watch those two movies. Because I think they're actually be really funny together.
They would.
Because it's like the same humor. It's the same humor.
It
It's
is
the same humor.
Same humor.
It's literally
Yeah.
it's like they just transposed the same exact humor from a like crime adventure to a horror superhero.
Yeah.
And they did it, and it's fabulous. Like they're both really funny, and you should watch both of them. Because we did the whole time. Like my stomach hurt leaving both movies
it was
because I
really
was
funny.
laughing the entire time. Like we
Yeah.
had a great time. They're both really good.
I
and
liked it a lot.
I
really did.
really liked the Texas Avenger movie.
I did too.
I'm glad we went and saw it.
Me too. I'm so glad we got to see it in theaters, and you should see it in theaters too. if
You
can.
should.
Support
Mhm.
erasing medical debt.
Literally, because come on, like who doesn't want to help
Especially
with
because
that?
you don't even have to do anything. You just watch a movie.
You just watch a movie. You just have fun, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Imagine doing good things by just having fun.
Literally. All right, sweetheart. It is time to give your ratings.
To get my rating, I'm gonna rate 4.5 of 5. Or wait, oh my god, we're supposed to do out of 7.
7.
I forget every time, and then I have to correct myself awkwardly. 6 out of 7. I say 6 out of 7. I rarely give things 100%
Mm-hmm.
because, like an evil high school teacher, I believe that there's always room for improvement. You know what I mean? But yours often I mean. But honestly, this movie would normally get a 7 out of 7. This movie had me fucking dying. This movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything that I would personally improve upon, which is why I said 6.5 out of 7. Because I can't think of anything I can improve upon other than I want more. I want more jokes. It was really funny, and I would love a second movie.
Yeah.
I would love a second movie. Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I know I rated Jaws a 7 out of 7, and I can't rate this. I feel like I can't rate this one a 7 out of 7
Because
too.
you did that, yeah. I love every movie. Every movie is good and perfect, and they're all fun except for.
I don't know where that was going. Or what
I was gonna
supposed
get you to say like a movie you didn't like,
Uh,
except for Anyone But You. That gets a 2 out of 7.
Okay.
Jared's like, that was not funny. That was not. Jared's like, you're not fucking funny, bro. You think
I-
think you're funny, but did you?
For the record,
Yeah.
I'm not saying any of this. This is what my voice sounds like. That is what Alex's voice sounds like.
That is what my voice sounds like. This is what my voice sounds like. This is
No.
what your brain sounds like on drugs.
That's what your brain sounds like. Controller.
On drugs, not drugs. No drugs. Unmedicated.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I think that's the problem. I got a death glare.
No, that was a love glare.
Oh, love glare.
I was
Okay.
like, gazing at you lovingly before I snapped your neck. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
But no, easily this movie's a 6.5.
Yes,
It's not a 7. Like it's like a 6.7 out of 7.
It was so funny.
It was so funny. It had gory moments.
And heartfelt moments.
Moments.
It makes you feel the whole range, the whole rainbow of
it's
feelings.
everything. The fact that this movie took 3 years for people to see, I don't understand.
Because it's fucking good.
It's really, really good.
And it sucks that
Um,
it has to be shown like this, and they can't just do regular showings. Because
Yeah.
honestly, like a lot of people would like this.
Yeah.
It honestly, surprisingly enough, definitely applies to a general audience. Like a general audience would go see this.
Oh yeah,
Like
no, they would.
it's not like you have to be some like horror fan or like superhero fan or like I like niche movies fan. Like no, like anybody would like this. Anybody would like this. It's
Yeah.
fucking funny as shit. It's literally fucking
think-
funny as shit.
I think it's just too gory.
It's just too gory.
And-
Yeah.
I think
If you don't like gore, you're not gonna like it.
yeah.
Yeah. Because it is pretty
Yeah.
gory. I kind of forgot about that part.
But yeah, that's it for today.
I'm hungry.
I'm gonna have to tell you that this is it because you've had your little
Chit-chattins.
your chats.
Okay, so basically, now that we're at the end of the episode,
Mhm.
I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I would say watching, but you can't see anything, so you're just gonna have to imagine us talking.
Yes.
I have to burp. 1 second. I didn't have to burp. Okay. Like you can imagine us like talking and stuff, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed listening to our podcast. We have a lot of fun doing these. I have pretty much gotten over my anxiety of doing the podcast stuff, and now I worry I say too much. And maybe I do. But, provide your feedback in whatever comments you have accessible to you.
Yeah, it is Media Podcast Network at gmail.com is where you can leave any reviews, any kind of comments, anything like you want to about it there. Or you can find the Instagram at Media Company for all, and you can DM us there for podcasts, fun.
And then
questions.
Jared also has Media Bite with the cookie.
The YouTube channel?
Yeah, the YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's
you
where I
gotta-
do all the main channel videos, stuff like that, longer videos. I write them and do TikToks and
There's all kinds of
shorts
stuff.
and all kinds of stuff. So go subscribe there if you're not.
He's
if
doing,
somehow you've watched this and listened to this and don't know anything about that, that's what I do that too.
And it's Media Bite with the cookie. It's not the first one that pops up whenever I look it up for some reason. Whenever I look it up, it's just like a regular purple M. It's not that one. It has a cookie.
It does have a cookie.
It
And
does have a cookie.
if you type in Media Bite, usually if you type in Media Bite, all one word, it'll pop up. If you don't search up like
Funny
Media
enough,
Bite
it
movies,
pops up. It pops up with the production one before it pops up with the big
Yeah.
channel. I don't know why.
so you can find it all.
And then Jared also has like Jared has his own like Instagram and TikTok and stuff.
I do. I have it's at Jared Pointer, JaredPoinerr. It's all my personal stuff, but you can follow that too. And I also have a bunch of other podcasts. At it's Slash It is for all things horror movies. Diary of an Indie Filmmaker is for all things writer, director, career, future filmmaker, stuff like that. You can listen to that podcast as well. There's like 17 episodes or something of that. Some of them are like 5 minutes long. Some of them are like 45 minutes long. It just depends on what I'm feeling in the moment. And you were going to say something.
Oh, I was gonna say something. Oh, I was just thinking about how Jared plugs all this stuff at the end, and I'm like off the grid.
You are off the grid.
I'm off the grid.
You're
I'm like one
you're
of
like
the-
fucking Jason Bourne, bro.
I was gonna say I was like the Men in Black. I'm like ooh,
Exactly. You're
Agent A.
I watched the Men in Black. I don't,
What?
Soon enough. I've watched it before. I just haven't watched it soon enough to remember anything about it.
They all have letter names.
Yeah, I kind
Like
of remember.
it's like Agent K, Agent
Yeah,
O. I can't
yeah.
remember. I can't remember what Will Smith's character's name is.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't either. I just remember Agent K is his boss who like dies at some point or something.
Spoiler alert for Men in Black.
Like the 14,000th one or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know how many there are.
I don't either. You're the one who barely knows a lot about Men in Black.
I just like the alien. I like the little red pen thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I say something stupid, I pretend to do that to myself so that I don't get embarrassed. And it fucking works like a charm. I'm not even kidding. Like if I can't sleep at night and because I'm staying up wide awake at night and being like, oh, I said something stupid at work today, I just do the little Men in Black pen and I'm like, oh, you're not gonna remember this, and then I feel better.
So I moved away from the mic a little bit so you may hear me further away. Honestly, I don't think of a better way to end this podcast than Alex saying, sometimes I imagine that I flash forget myself from Men in Black, so that way I don't forget all the crazy things I've said, as if Alex hasn't spent the last hour and 10 minutes saying some crazy things.
Anyways, that was a gunshot. That wasn't even the flash. That was a gunshot. That was a gunshot. That was a completely wrong sound effect. That was a completely wrong sound effect. I'm sorry, I'm too close to the mic. Anyways, Zeep Zorp.
Zeep Zorp.
Zeep Zorp.
Toxic Avenger is a good movie.
Zeep Zorp.
Zeep Zorp. Because we zeeping and we
That's
zorping
the
out here.
end episode because it's the flash and pen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We said all our things, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Did
Zeep
you
Zorp.
forget?
Zeep Zorp.
You zeep zorped yourself. You forgot to be everything.
I think I've said Zeep Zorp like 15 times now.
Okay, guys. Bye. This has been fun. All right. Bye. Was that the nun on the on the backpack?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
And I'm a nun
And-
that wants
wait,
to
wait,
escape a painting or whatever the hell happens in that movie.
Dear Father, who art on the beach, hallowed be thy margarita.
Shot shaker be shot shaker come.
What?
Shot shaker.
Salt shaker. Oh.
Shot shaker come. All right.
Bye.
I don't know why we're talking about margaritas. Okay,
Zeep Zorp,
Jimmy Buffett
Zeep
would
Zorp,
be proud.
Zeep
All right,
Zorp,
goodbye.
Zeep Zorp. Zeep Zorp.
What the hell?